and the San Francisco 49ers. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded at the 6. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Play action here on first down. And incomplete to open things up.
Well, they're slinging it. And then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown, out of his reach, and incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. 2nd down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Deep ball for Goodwin. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Now this is fielded in the end zone. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Pats will take over at their own 20. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
Let's go! 38!
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Second and 9 now from the 21.
Flex round! Flex round!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. A solid gain of 7 yards that time on the keeper and a first down.
And this is one of those plays that if you can use it to keep the chains moving, it's a good play. And not only that, it tends to tamp down the pass rushers because they have to recognize this play and stay at home. The quarterback uses it well. Read option, keeps it, and picks up a first down with some nice running.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Let's go! 38!
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Jeremiah Tauchu in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Throw to the right, taken in by Berrios. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you, from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. If I had missed him, it would have been a different story. Long night.
A really good pickup of 28 yards. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, Dorsett. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A really nice gain of 25 yards. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. They'll look to throw. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Solomon Thomas in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A 10-yard completion, but still now facing 3rd and goal. So 3rd and goal, and the 49er faithful making some noise for their defense. He'll look to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
11.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
They run it with McKinnon. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And it's a fumble. And very little daylight there. They'll get a couple up to the 44.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Toss play to McKinnon. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And down to the 28-yard line. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now the Patriots gearing up to go now. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
That one goes for 24 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. A first down carry by Elliott. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Wide open receiver complete. 23 yards on the play. Now that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point that continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman, and they will take over at the 29-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first two drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it to the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
That one goes for 36 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Garoppolo now, first down throw. It's complete to Golden Tate. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
11.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Over the middle, complete to Tate. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
13. 21.
Now Garoppolo throwing on second. Buying time to his left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And that's one of the dangers of the quick game. If you only have a 2- or 3-step drop, if you don't get the ball to someone open right away, those defenders are right near the line of scrimmage and then get on top of you in a heartbeat.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down.
20.
On the toss, it's McKinnon. Oh, and they had him stopped short of the first, but a penalty marker down. And that looked like a clear face mask to me. So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, 1st and goal. They'll try and run with McKinnon. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
He's going to get it running right. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
And the question now, can the Patriot defense hold firm again on 3rd and goal? They'll try and sneak it here. So call that no gain on the sneak, and now they're still a yard short here on 4th.
Now, this feels like old-school football because this has turned into a good old-fashioned goal line stand. So on offense, what do you do now? Do you decide to run it or throw it if you go for it on 4th down?
And Gold is able to put it through. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal.
So maybe now the mentality changes in this game because anytime you can get to the red zone and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
So the Patriots coming out now. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. Now back to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls, and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Looking deep downfield. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation. But sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 37. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Over the middle, complete. That's Tate. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 1:59 to go in the first half. Back to more NFL action on EA Sports after this.
Here we go.
McKinnon. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
Garoppolo. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. Garoppolo to his tight end Kittle for a Niner 1st down.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Here we go.
McKinnon. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. They come out here in the I. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Jerick McKinnon as the first half is winding down. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. And it's up and good. Gold now out to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
9 seconds to play, likely the final snap of the first half as it's 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll throw now on the final play. Caught on the right side by Dorsett. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. So we've hit halftime here in Santa Clara with the 49ers out in front as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded at the 6. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throw right side to Perriman, and it's caught. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. They'll give to Elliott. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another big hitter there, this one good for 18. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Braxton Berrios, his second touchdown on the season. And the Patriots are back within a score. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it, and I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been, but it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defenses are spending more time on it. I think the biggest mistake they make is that they play everything from behind the receiver. I think they've got to start getting people in front as well to try and knock the ball away.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They go play action here on 1st down. A dump down to McKinnon. Even with the nice move, can't go very far. Stop short of the 30. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll make it 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
On 2nd down, here's Garoppolo. A dump down to McKinnon. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It's a gain of 5, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is taken at the 23. It'll be a net of only 30 here. 40-yard punt, 10 on the return. And the Patriots take over. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Now flags come in. Looked like one of the Patriots might have moved. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. On play action, they'll throw. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. A dump off to Elliott. And he'll go down at the 28. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll be a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
New England on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. To throw here. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Jeremiah Tauchu. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Well, forget the field goal to try to tie this thing. They'll have a chance to take the lead here with 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Elliott. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They'll look to throw here. And it's caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Braxton Berrios, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Pats able to cash in for 6. Extra point good by Gostkowski. And the lead is now 14-10. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. On play action, it's Garoppolo. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on it at 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Here's McKinnon. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he cuts it right sideline. And finally, wrestled down at the 11. It's a big play there from a big play guy, Jerick McKinnon. 64 yards on the ground. Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10. Garoppolo on 1st down. Oh, and it's incomplete. That would have been big in the end zone if he could have held on. Instead, it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
Now play fake. Garoppolo rolling to his right. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time... Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
Please tell me this doesn't come off as snarky. But that's a relative chip shot. I mean, you've got to be able to execute that one. I don't care what they design on the other side about trying to block the kick. That should be 3 points on the board.
Yeah, we've talked about it before. If you're out at 55, 60 yards, low trajectory from here, you get that thing up. This should be 3.
Yeah, there's nothing routine in football, but this one really almost should be. Snap, hold, kick, ball through the post. Didn't happen that way.
Power running by Zeke. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. That one good for 13 at a New England first down. This quarterback now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
Let's go. Grind 38. Grind 38.
Back now here in Santa Clara. We get set for the 4th quarter. Patriots have the lead. They also have the football. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. The give is to Elliott. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Throw to the right, taken in by Berrios. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley run. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
His throw caught at about the 5. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now Elliott. Now he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. Ezekiel Elliott with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Patriots add on to their lead. Gostkowski with the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. This one taken from the 7. bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Danny Trevathan. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. Count them now, 6 interceptions between last week and this week. Now, the 3 picks last week helped them to a win. They're in the driver's seat once more.
And they're the ones that are doing all the leading, aren't they? Right? The 3 interceptions last week, that led to a victory. 3 interceptions so far in this game, that has them out in front. We often think of the offense driving things. In this case, it's the defense, not just holding.
And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Their mobile quarterback. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Pats take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in.
Partner, wasn't that long ago that when I talk with these NFL coaches about different innovations in the college game, you can see their eyes roll and they just shut down right away. Don't bring me that Joe College stuff. Well, guess what? The college game has definitely infiltrated its way into the NFL.
Yeah, and these guys, when you're seeing the option defensively, you got to stick to your assignments. I know that's cliche. They didn't do it there.
And option football means exactly what you just talked about, assignment football for defenders. And that drives them crazy because you have to think your way through a play as opposed to just reacting and making the play.
The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets this one just shy of the 40 down at the 39. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again. They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. It's brought in left side by Tate. And he'll go down at the 28. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
I got you.
Garoppolo again. And his throw's going to be incomplete. George Kittle, the receiver that he was looking for. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And yet again, it's Garoppolo. Oh, he almost had the rare interception. The big fella couldn't hang on, though. Incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on third down.
12.
Now Garoppolo, gotta have this one. Goodwin able to haul it in. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Wow, first and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. To throw, it's Garoppolo. That's complete right around the 8. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a third and goal.
13. 6. 11.
Garoppolo now on third and goal. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
12.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. It's a foot race. He's at the 50, the 30, 20, 10, 5. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. Well, you start to feel sorry now for the young man throwing the football. This is really turning into a disaster.
Listen, it's baptism. All right, this is almost a rite of passage. This young in the league, go back and find a Hall of Fame quarterback and check their records for their first 2 years, especially if they started the bulk of the games. I bet you'll find double-digit interceptions on just about every one of them. They have to learn as they go along.
This one taken from the 7. Oh, twisting away. And there is a flag as he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. But who's this going to be against? After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Like 20.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Malik McDowell in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Here we go. Wait, 80.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Now he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Here we go. Wait, 80.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. And now the ball's out, fumbled near midfield. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Very good starting position for the Patriot offense as they come up 1st and 10. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes.
Hot.
And they will take a knee here. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Check. 4 down.
And they'll indeed take a knee. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for New England, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And they'll be back home next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for the 49ers, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. So for our entire crew, alongside